Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're doing great, and I hope you're getting out in nature. I don't know where you live, but really the wise thing to do is enjoy the beautiful weather while you have it. You know, um, I know in my area, a lot of people complain when winter comes. So get out, enjoy the weather, and don't worry about the rain. You're not going to melt like the witch on Wizard of Oz. You'll be fine. And I don't even like that word. It is kind of funny. Yesterday, Starlight got rained on. I didn't even know it was going to rain. I was actually writing to a beautiful spirit being out there, and the wind, like it just popped out of nowhere. It's like I'm like, I didn't think it was going to really do anything, and before I knew it, I had to really get going. But you know what? I waited in my car for a bit, and it stopped raining. The sun, you see, that's the whole thing. The sun came back out, So, where would rainbows come from? We wouldn't even have rainbows if it never rained. And not that there was a rainbow yesterday, but really the rain does bring rainbows out. And aren't those beautiful? So anyway, I do love all of you, and I just cleanse this whole space here. I love incense. Starlight loves incense, sage, and candles, absolutely. And I just realized, hey, I haven't cleared my own space in a while now. And so I love the smell and aroma going through my apartment right now. You know. So anyway, I love all of you, and I hope you're really taking good care of yourself. And this is a different video. Like this happens to Starlight here and there throughout the whole time being a YouTuber, is sometimes I have two topics that I want to talk about, but I have to pick one, because I don't want these videos being too long. So anyway, hello to all of you. Starlight is sending her love out to all of you. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And thank all of you. I thank all of you, the ones that do watch, the ones that leave comments, or, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or even follow me on Instagram, or even share Starlight's videos. Thank you so much. And if you are new, you can find me on YouTube, and that is Starlight, and that's Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, if you want to be a change in the world or see a change in the world by liking my videos, YouTube can send them out more, where other people can get the kind of help that they need in this world. And so many different topics that I talk about, whether it's about parents, being a good parent, or, a good partner, like in relationships or friends or whatever. I got so many different, I never know what other topic I'm going to talk about. So besides liking the videos, you can share my videos with your family, your friends, a cat, a dog, a skunk. You? You have a pet skunk? I hope it's a baby pet skunk, because I know babies, they don't spray until they get at a certain age. But wow, I love skunks, though. They are stinky, but I do love the way they look. I used to watch cartoons of, I forget what the cartoon was, but it was two skunks. And the male was always chasing that female around. Aren't those guys something? But anyway, it is fun, though, having somebody chase you, though. The ones that you want to chase you, though. Besides skunks is you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can leave a message down below, ding, ding, ding. And if you want to follow me, you can, and that is on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K Digman Starlight. So anyway, like I said, today is a different topic, and I am starting in the morning this time. I'm switching things up. I have to change my routine around. So anyway, here I am in the morning time. So today, this is for men and women. So this is a relationship video. Again, Starlight loves these topics because I love being in a safe, happy relationship. So anyway, this is for people that might be seeing someone right now. You might be seeing someone right now, and maybe you've been like what I would call Starlight's been courting. And you might be courting? Are you going to court? No, not court. No, Starlight didn't get in trouble. Not that kind of court. Starlight does not like going to court. Who does, right? Starlight does not like going in those areas. Whether it's paying for a speeding ticket, no, we're good. So anyway, courting is, where you have an interest in the opposite sex, hopefully, and that you are interested in thinking, hey, like a kind of a friendship kind of thing. And so maybe you've been seeing someone, and and these days you never know how things are. Sometimes people live so far away, they really can't spend time, with each other every day because they live so far away. So they get to know each other, and I know I've made so many videos talking about my twin flame, and that's the case with my twin flame. So if you were curious, why haven't you met this guy? You say you have a twin flame, but then I hear that you never even met, you don't even know where he lives. I know, ain't that weird? He knows where I live. I don't know. Well, he might even know my apartment. Isn't that funny? He might know my address. So it is weird how, these days are different, than, long time ago, So Starlight would have never thought she would ever, 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 ever be involved with anybody that lived a half hour, more than away from her apartment. Absolutely not. But that's how the universe works. And I did make a video is your ways is not God's ways. That is 100%. Ever since I realized the numbers, were coming from the universe and the archangels, I realized, girl, the universe has got a surprise for your ass. And so anyway, I have been getting confirmations lately from my angels and the universe telling me some information. So, I had a hard time knowing what I wanted to talk about today. So I'm going to just do the other video another time, the other topic, because that's so important. That's part of this one, really, in a way. But I'm kind of doing it a little backwards. So anyway, I know you're probably wondering, what am I going to talk about? So anyway, this is about men and women, hopefully, is that they been courting each other. They did not absolutely have sex at all. I have not even met my twin flame. So, we have not had any sex, not a kiss on the cheek, not a hug, nothing, absolutely not. And Starlight told him a long time ago that this chick ain't gonna do anything until she sees commitment. So, I'm kind of old-fashioned. I have a Christian background. I do not go to church. I don't ever plan on ever going back. I am good. They say people that go to church fear going to hell, and the people that are spiritually going through spirituality are the ones that have already been there. And that's me. That's absolutely me. I've already been in hell, So I am not afraid of going there. I already got out of there. So, so this is about where couples, not that they're a couple, but they already been courting each other, no sex at all, like I was saying, and now they are ready to go to the next level, where they're, like engaged, or, they leveled up, instead of being friends. Now, it's a greater love that they have for each other because they've been taking the time to get to know each other. And, where, they are in an agreement that they both love each other unconditionally, and where, they are on the same page in so many different areas of their life. And they, not that they agree to every single thing, there's some things that, you might not see eye to eye. And, sometimes some people are more grown than others, where, like you might be with somebody that's more spiritually grown in their life, where you might not have grown to that level. So you might not really line up with some things, but it's not the end of the world kind of stuff, where you have a lot of agreements of like what kind of food you both eat, whether you do drugs or not, whether you drink alcohol or not, where everything's lining up, like what kind of friends you hang out with, what kind of music, what kind of stuff do you watch. It is so important. That's why I made videos before, about relationships, and it is so important to really get to know each other. Ask as many questions as possible. Tell the person as many things as you can. It is so important so they know who you are. Do they have a pet? It's important. What if you don't like animals? Find out, hey, do you have a cat or a dog or a pig, or, what kind of animals do you have? Do you have kids? It is important. That is part of the package. You want to make sure that you are lined up with them, in a good way, because it could be a big problem. What are your beliefs? It is so important to know what you believe. I would not want to, I already did this before, I'm trying to think how to word this, is that, your beliefs. Do you believe in God? Do they believe in God? What are your beliefs as far as like how you see things in the world? Like how do they spend their time? Are they a couch potato? Are you an active person? Do you like to go out or do you like to stay home? Like what kind of food do you eat? Do they eat meat and you don't? You've got to really know like what this person's all about. And Starlight and her twin flame are, like are both vegans. And I know I probably have some areas that I have to still work on my diet. But you know what? For the good part, I do not eat meat. And really, I do not eat dairy. So, and I let go of all my white, I never really was eating white bread. A long time ago I did, but really I do not eat white bread, or really I don't eat any white noodles or white pasta, So it is so important to know what each other likes to eat. And do you smoke cigarettes? Or does he smoke cigarettes, or does she smoke cigarettes? Do you want to be? Absolutely not. Starlight's like, no. Like I've been on dating apps before, and I'm like, if I find out that person smokes cigarettes, Starlight's gone. I don't want nothing to do with cigarettes. Absolutely not. They're disgusting, and I'm sorry if you smoke cigarettes, but they are. Really, they are. They're not good for you. I want somebody that I desire to be with somebody that is really taking good care of themselves, that they love themselves, because I want to spend the rest of my life with that person. I don't want them to lose their own health because they were not taking good care of themselves. And I do know a man that I did know before, an old friend of mine that helped me out when I was going through some hard times, and it was so sad when I found out he passed away. And I didn't even know. I was looking for him because I wanted to say thank you. And, but I did get to hear his voice. Somebody recorded his voice on their phone, and they had it on their phone for years. And I'm like, oh my, I cannot believe, he is gone, and it was because of cigarette smoke. So if you do smoke cigarettes, please go get help, really, because, you got to love yourself enough that you can believe in yourself and that you can get the right kind of help to quit. They got things out there, programs out there to help. They want to help you to stop. There might even be free programs out there because they don't want to see people smoke. So you really do. You got to know what your likes and dislikes are. And, like with my twin flame and I'm like, amazed. The universe has the greatest taste. Starlight never really, absolutely not. I never had good taste in men, but I didn't pick my man out. The universe did. So the universe has got, God has got, I'm telling you, you might be with a girl or a guy right now, and you might think, I'm all, you might not be 100% happy with that person that you're with. It's because God has the ultimate best out there for you, like a twin flame. You'll never find a better match than a twin flame partner to be with, to spend your life with, and I'm serious. So anyway, it's an unconditional love. That's what you're going to get is with a real, true twin flame is unconditional love. Not the 3D low frequency, where there's always problems going on in a relationship. No, this is a love frequency. This is the fear in the 3D, the third dimension. 5D is a higher dimension, a love. That's why I picked this baby out today. I love you. So anyway, so now you're, let me see, what kind of music do you listen to? It's so important. Starlight tries to change her music around a lot, well, I'm working on it. I do like different kinds of music. And so it is important. There's some music Starlight absolutely cannot stand, and I'll tell you, I absolutely cannot stand. I'm sorry if this offends you at all. Country music. I like there's the old country music, and that's where I'm screaming and then there's the new country music, out of any music in the world, that is the music that really haunts me. I grew up with the old country music, so I mean that's all I heard every day for the moment I was born all the way up until like the 16 years old or a little bit before 16 was, and then I started listening to pop music probably around when I was 13 years old all the way up, and that changed my world. When I started listening to Michael Jackson, woo, I mean, he's my favorite. I love him. He's still alive. I love him so much. He's my favorite of all. I do. I love him so much. So music is very important that you want to get with somebody that, hey, like you love music, you're going to be hopefully hearing it. You just definitely want to make sure your partner, whoever you decide, whether it's a girl or a guy, that they like the same kind of music, at least a good portion of it. I have a neighbor that lives nearby me, and I I can hear his music on his motorcycle. I'm like, I cannot. It's the heavy, heavy, heavy metal music. I can't. I used to do heavy metal, Metallica. I was a fan of Metallica music. I love jamming out on that kind of stuff, but it's extra heavy. I don't even know what they call it, but it's really hard for me. So that was absolutely something that's just too much going on in that kind of music. So I've been learning to listen to the 432 hertz music, and I love that music. And there's all kinds of music. So, like I was saying, okay, we got the diet, we got the, exercise, do you exercise? Do you go out and love yourself enough that you exercise? Do you jog? Do you run? Do you play tennis? Starlight loves sports. I don't like watching it really, but I love playing sports. You want to play sports? Starlight loves all. I'm like a little kid when I'm like, when it comes to sports. I drove my kids crazy. I love playing tennis. Am I a good tennis player? I don't know. But I crack up. If I play tennis, I'm gonna laugh my butt off. My kids, they, get upset with me because, I was a clown out there on a tennis court. Volleyball, I love volleyball. When I was on the dating apps, I really was searching for a guy that was into sports. I'm like, hey, do you play sports? Do I really didn't get a lot of comebacks from that. I'm like, I am a very active female. I desire to be with an active male, somebody that's on the run, on the go. I am not a sit-at-home person, absolutely not. I have a hard time doing videos at this time because I'm like, Starlight's like wants to get out. But here I am. So, does the person that maybe you want to move in together, and this is what this video is about, is that you want to, but these are the checklists that you want to check off, and find out about that person that you might be in a higher love with, like I am. I am in a higher love. I am over bubbling. I couldn't even sleep last night. I was, I kept on, I had to actually wake up, would you believe, 3:03 in the morning. I'm up, and I had to do a guided meditation. It wasn't a long guided meditation, but it was enough for me to, I had to clear my mind. I was like, universe, archangels, help, starlight. I had this thought, that thought. I'm like, ah. So there I was at 3:03 in the morning, finding a guided meditation to clear my mind. Because sometimes I have such a higher love for my twin flame. I have a hard time shutting them out of my mind space, and it's like I don't want to shut them out of my mind space, because I'm in a higher love with them. But I'm like, enough is enough, I gotta get some sleep tonight, twin, you know. So in speaking of sleep is besides sports, so you want to make sure that person, are they active? Are you you should level up on this. If they're not active and you're not, run, because really it's not gonna, you're gonna be out there doing everything all on your own. Serious. If they're not into doing sports, they're going to be the ones staying around at the house, and, doing this or that or whatever they do, but they're not going to be with you. Now, why are you going to get married to them if they're not going to spend any time with you? It's so important. It's like a red flag going up. Did you see the red flag? I hope so, because really it's not going to work like that. Do you really want to go out and do everything all on your own? Like go out, do you like to go hiking? If you like to go hiking and they don't, or they do it once in a while, that's it. And run. It's a red flag. If you really love going out in nature and, going hiking, camping, Starlight can be, like one of these times I want to camp though, like from spring all the way to like, early fall. I love camping. I'm hoping Starlight wants to go camping for her birthday. I'm just waiting for confirmation from the universe. I gotta figure out where I want to go. I love to camp. I know how to camp. I love camping. I get over bubbling like with love, being out in nature. I love I wake up early, camping. I love it. I love waking up when, the sun just starts. It's such a beautiful time in the morning to get out of your tent, and the sun's just shining all over the dew is still on the grass when you wake up, and you hear all the birds and nature all around you. And Starlight is a big can be a big campaholic, so you got to make sure whoever you're going to move in with, if you're thinking about moving in with, if you're thinking about taking that next step, is do they love that kind of stuff? If they don't get involved. I'm serious. You're gonna set yourself up for a fall. It's so important. If you're active and they're not, don't look at their body, don't look at, like how beautiful they are and get blindsided by that, or like how handsome they are, or get blindsided by how much money they make, or get blindsided on that they have a house. Forget about the freaking house. Believe me. Don't like have it, like because he owns a house, or sometimes she might own a house. Most of the time it's going to more than likely be a man, but these days women own houses too. I don't even care if a guy owns a house, that doesn't matter to me, so it's, so I get back to where I was going to say, sleep patterns. What are your sleep patterns? Not that this is a big thing, but when you do move together with each other, your patterns for sleep is going to be different. You might have one that stays up late. The other one might go to bed early. One might wake up early. One might wake up later. So those are just, things that you have to understand when you get together. It is beautiful though. I love, it's a interesting learning experience when two people that are in a higher love with each other, when they do decide to take things to the next level, and maybe it's the guy that has the house, and she's gonna travel to move to him wherever he lives, and maybe she's got her stuff, her belongings, like odds and ends or whatever to bring with her, and where he makes space for her so she has somewhere to put her things when she does move in, or she might, like Starlight, she wants to get rid of everything. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about my arts and crafts stuff because I love doing that in the wintertime. Summertime, I'm too active, so I got to really think of what I'm doing. But, depending on what they have to bring, so, like it's now you're the guy or the girl or whoever you're moving in with, if it's the guy that you're moving in with, is that they're going to make space, ahead of time. So, so you have somewhere to, put your belongings at. And then, like the sleep pattern, like who's going to sleep on what side of the bed. You got to have things arranged, like, as far as Starlight, I am absolutely not going to have sex, but I am that type of chick that can lay in bed with a man that I am in love with and not have sex at all. There's the do's and don'ts when that comes to that, you have to have an agreement with each other of what you're planning on doing. You got to be on the same page with each other. You got to be strong in that area, and that's not an easy area, especially I have to pick on men, but it can also be for women, depending on how long that it's been that they have not had sex, where most men are really weak in that area, and then there's some guys that are really strong, they can handle it, but I have never met one, except for now, so you want to know, and who's going to sleep on what side of the bed? Starlight's got to be on the outside of the bed where I can go to the bathroom because, you don't want to be sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. You got to kind of rearrange and say, okay, what side are you going to sleep on? And what, whoever's got to go to the bathroom more should be on the outside of the bed, not near the wall, unless your bed is in the middle of the floor where both can get up anytime that you want and it's not an issue. So Starlight never wakes up on the right side of the bed because I would hit my bedroom wall. So those are things that you definitely, and then that it's funny, when it comes to sleeping, and if you decide that, hey, I don't want to have sex until we get married, great, awesome. That's exactly what Starlight, absolutely not. I don't even want to French kiss. Absolutely not. Not until, because that's that would be too much for Starlight there, is, kiss on the cheek, that's it. A snuggle, that's it, but after that, no more, no, nothing. Absolutely not. Is that you got to be strong in those areas and like, hey, no, I got to control myself. You got to control yourself. We can do this. Don't be in a rush. Make it all last. Make it as beautiful and as wonderful. Be patient with each other on that. When it comes to saving yourself, like for the day to get married, you know, um, it is possible that people can lay in the bed without having sex. I've been there before, so I know I'm strong enough to do that. So it's really important to make sure that you are with somebody that's strong enough in that area, because you don't want to rush into that at all. You were faithful all this time, getting to know each other, and, like, continue to be strong. That's all I have to say on that, and you're going to find out different sleep patterns that the person has, whether they snore or not, you know, um, so, guys or women can snore. You're going to find out, oh my, snore, or they talk in their sleep, or maybe they toss and turn around a lot, or maybe they, I have noticed in my life, kind of weird, I don't sleep with women, so I can't tell you how women sleep, but I've noticed that men just like, man, when they hit the bed, they're knocked out. And, they might not move at all. They're just completely dead, the whole night. That's what I've witnessed throughout my life. But I don't sleep with women. I don't know how women sleep, but I know how I am. I'm a toss and turner. Sorry. Hopefully the bed is not a water bed. Don't like those. Oh my. I feel like you're on a wave all the time. Like, oh, I don't like those at all. Anyway, we've talked about, we're not even going to go into sex because Starlight's not going there. So other things about, like, when you are in a higher love with somebody, and I know my minutes are up here, but I'm going to keep on going because I want to make sure, is other things is, okay, what your routines are like every day. Both of you more than likely are doing some kind of work, a job that you have, and so what it's going to be like when, you wake up, what time each other wakes up. One, like I said, one might wake up earlier than the other. Then you got your, like you got to get up and, everybody does things differently in the morning. Some people wake up and they get their coffee in the morning. Some people don't drink coffee. And that's not a bad thing at all. It's just that everybody's different, whether you drink coffee or not. Some people are slow at getting up. Some people, and Starlight doesn't wake up grumpy at all. I know I'm totally different when I'm with somebody. I wake up goofier, like because there's somebody with me. I'm so excited. So I wake up on a goofy side if I'm with somebody. But, like some people wake up slow. It takes them hours to function. Other people are really quick and they're on the run and they're, they bam, bam, bam. So there's a lot of adjustments when it comes to that kind of thing. And, like what is the first thing you do, and some people might switch things up a lot, and that's okay. It's good to be flexible, change your routine around. And what I love is the time when you get to that kitchen. I don't know what it is about Starlight and kitchens, Like I said, I do have a twin flame, and I'm not rushing into the bedroom scene, really. It's that I'm rushing into the either hiking or going swimming, or the kitchen space. I don't know what is up with the kitchen. So, and there is meanings for a kitchen, what that means in the Dream Dictionary, or Dream Study, like what a kitchen means in the Dream Study, where I am just so excited about getting in that kitchen and cooking together, making things together. To me, that is a fun time, is to, you know, taste different foods, that you've never had, or recipes, or smoothie drinks, a healthy green smoothie drink in the morning. I'm all excited for that. Um, sex is great, but really, Starlight's, I love to eat. I love, like, trying new food. And I never really found anything I didn't like to eat. So Starlight's all open to trying different foods. And so other things, as far as like moving in together, is like your routine is getting ready. Like who's gonna, do you take a shower? Do you take a bath? Like Starlight's a bathaholic, but I do take showers. I love taking them with somebody better than by myself. It's just where I live right now. I got a weird setup in my bathroom. I have an old-fashioned bathtub, and it just it's complicated. I would have to say more for females because shaving and taking a shower is very hard. You know, um, so I like to take a bath more than a shower, because it is complicated to, like to, in my bathroom at least, because I have to put all my shampoo and everything on the floor in the bathtub. I can't have it on the edge of the bathtub because the shower curtain has to be there. So that's a big reason here, but I am a bathaholic, and it is fun, like when you get to learn about how each other cleans up, how they get ready for their day, they're brushing their teeth, flossing, you get to see if they wear cologne or perfume, or if they wear makeup or the jewelry, and they're, like how do they, I love, like, I love that time of when you are finally deciding that you do, like you're on the same page, that you are ready. Starlight's ready. I'm just waiting for confirmation from the universe when that time is. And it is great to be patient, and that's what I'm learning from the universe is to be patient, Starlight. I want things to happen when it's the right time. So it is good sometimes to slow down and be patient for the right time. Don't want to rush things. That's absolutely so important, where you're both on the same page and you're like, hey, this would be a great time, you know, um, to do things, where you do want to take that next step of moving in. So that way you don't have to live far away, and that way, like you can get to know each other. And it is so important, though, to really know what each other desires are. And, like there's going to be, like rules at the house, and different things to do and not to do for safety purposes and stuff like that. And it's a whole beautiful scene. It is. I love that part of, getting to know each other and how they do their food. I learned a lot of funny stuff in my life as far as relationship goes. You might do one thing one way as far as cooking. They might do something different, and it might be the same thing that you're doing, but you have one way and they have a different way. And is their way better than yours, or is your way better? It doesn't even matter. Is that you might learn something about how they do something that maybe how you're doing it, their way is better at doing it. Maybe they got a shortcut on doing it, or a unique way of, like getting food ready and prepared. I love the kitchen area. So Starlight definitely wants to hang out in the kitchen space. I love to cook. I'm really good at combining different types of food and flavors together. I don't really need any recipe book, but I will look at recipe books if there's something that looks yummy, vegan style kind of diet stuff, so I am really good. I love trying different foods. And like I said, I do. I love food. Who doesn't? You got to live, right? And then you're going to find out what they like and what they don't like. And like, there's some people that are very picky. They don't want to try different things. Starlight said, hey, I'll try that. I'll jump right in. Shoo. Like, I just want to know if it's edible. Is it edible? Okay, well, there it goes. It's gone. I believe it's so good to be like that, because if it came to survival, if you ever had to live out off on the land, you better be like the way I am, because you know what? If you had to live off the land and there's stuff out, especially in the summertime and, like spring or summer or fall, you know, where there's stuff out on the ground that you might, you know, certain kind of mushrooms, you know, Starlight loves mushrooms, you know, so it is really important to get to know, it's a fun time, like to get to know what each other likes to eat, you know, and then there's family. You can't leave family members out on, you know, getting connected with each other. You know, your family, their family might live in the area, they might live far away, who knows where they live, you know, with your family, you know, where you get to meet the family members. It is so important. And hopefully the family members love you because they see that their son or their daughter is, you know, or hear that their son or daughter is in a higher love with this girl or guy, and that they're excited to meet you and they welcome you in their home. And they're happy because they see that their son or daughter is in love, and they are excited to meet you. That is Starlight is really gets along great with so many people. I have no problem in that area. You know, I am very a loving person, so it's really another part of the puzzle that you really need to think about as far as like taking things to the next level, like moving in with each other, is that you know, that family is going to be part of the package, you know, or, you know, their friends. Do they have any friends? You know, it could be a guy friend, it could be a friend that is a female, not that it's a girlfriend, you know. So it's so important to get to meet those people. So, you know, like, don't ever hide the fact that you have, like, if you're a guy or a girl, and say if you're a guy and you have a female friend, there's nothing wrong with having a female friend. I don't expect, you know, the guy that I'm with to say, hey, you know, this girl's going to move in. Sorry, but, you know, like, I can't see, you know, that's not really, is that fair for you? Got to let that female friend go because you're afraid of what the one that's moving in with you will think. You know, that's not right for your friend to, she's been there as a support, not that you're going to go running out to have sex with her, because if that was the case, you would have been already with her, you know. Or if a girl, like if I, as a girl, had a guy friend that is a really true great friend that's been supporting me, you know, if I move in with somebody, of course it's going to be a man, my twin flame only, is that if I don't have any, so he doesn't have to worry about this. It's good to say, hey, this is my friend. We'll just say his name is Carl. No, not Carl. We'll just say his name is Roger. You know, this is my friend Roger. Roger's been here supporting me, you know, because if Roger and I were going to have sex, we would have already been doing that. We would have been a couple. So there's no problem with a couple getting together to have opposite friends. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, like now I only would have a problem if my twin wanted to go and visit his ex-girlfriend. Absolutely not. You know, that's a line for me. That's like, nah, I'm good. I don't really like that feeling. That's a gray area. You know, my twin that I know of doesn't have any kids. Do you have any kids? You know, like, you know, so that is a red flag for me, really. If they don't have any kids, then there's no reason for, you know, like you're the one that you're getting involved with to go and visit his ex, right? Absolutely not. That's a huge red flag for Starlight. That would be a definite, like a humongous red flag for me. You know, like I would have a big, huge issue with that, you know, like, so just imagine if I was going to go and, hey, I'm going to go visit my ex today, you know, like I'm going to spend the night at his house. Oh, yeah, right. Good luck on that one, right? So let's see. Health-wise, you're going to find out how, you know, like what's your health like? It's so important to find out, You know, like, is there anything that I should be aware of? It's so important to know those things ahead of time. That way, when you get involved with each other, that, you know, like, they might have some kind of thing. Maybe they're allergic to bees. It's so important to know. They got those little, I forget what they're called, but those things that they might have to, I learned this when I was working for handicapped people, that you might have to take that pen and poke it into them, and then wherever you have to, you know, there's directions on those things, or you might have to call 911 to help them out. They might be on medications. Are you on any medications? You know, I don't know. I'm not, you know. So it's so important to know about their health. If they have anything serious, they should definitely tell you about that before, you know, like, do you go to the doctors regularly? You know, are you self-loving yourself enough that you go and you get your physical? I do. I am always, not always, but I always go get my stuff done. You get your eyes checked out. You go to your, you know, like with me, I go to a gynecologist or my regular, like, other doctor that I go to, or therapy that I go to. Of course, when I get with my twin flame, I don't need therapy anymore. He is my therapy. So anyway, I think I really covered everything that I can think of off the bat right now. I can't really. It's an exciting time. Like, I do love that part, especially if you're getting with the right person. It's a learning experience. Oh, habits. Do you have any funky habits? Starlight's been working on some habits, you know. So you're going to find out, you know, you might laugh, you might giggle, you might be grossed out, you know, there might be different habits, bad habits or goofy habits that you find out, like, I don't know what my twin flame has as far as habits go, you know. Some people, you might find out they pick their nose. I caught you picking your nose. You pick your nose? Or horrible bad habits is biting their fingernails. Ah, gross. You know, like, you might find out certain habits that they have, and you know, I've been working on my habits, and so you're gonna find out certain things that you never thought of, or, you know, like, a, you know, or also I want to touch on this. Things that turn your loved one on or off. There's some things that get Starlight going, woohoo, and, like, you know, Starlight's a big cologne freak, you know. I don't know if my twin wears, I can't, you know, smell it through the screen, but, you know, you want to get me going, cologne is, I am, like, so weak when it comes to senses, you know. They say, a lot about the smell of a person, you know. Some people, they don't like, I don't wear perfume, to let you know. I don't, you know, like, I do like wearing certain oils though, not all the time, but I do love to wear those oils. I love them. Like, I had an oil that said protection. It says some kind of, you know, it's like a lot of herbs in them, you know, and it's they make oils out of it, like a perfume for men and women. I love those kind of things, you know. So and the smell of deodorant, whoo, Starlight gets all, like, tickled pink over that kind of stuff, you know. So you're going to find out a lot about that when you move in with each other, and trying to think what they like to do, you know, like, on a daily basis. So anyway, I think I covered most of the most important things as far as moving in and taking things to another level as far as the relationship goes. When you are like, hey, you know, like, I'm ready. Starlight says that she's ready. She is definitely 100% ready. All I got to do is, like, get rid of all my stuff in my apartment, clean it all up, and I am ready. I'm just waiting for confirmation from the universe. So if you are planning to getting together with somebody, I wish you the best. You know, I hope that you went through your checklist of all of the, you know, the things, your dislikes and likes, you know, like, to know if you want to take things to the next level. Anyway, I love you. I do. I love talking about relationships, and you know, take things slow. Don't rush it. Everything is going to be great. you know, it's going to be way better than fine. It's going to be more, you know, like the universe has so much in store for you. The universe has so much in store for me. I am bubbling over with love, unconditional love. And anyway, I love all of you. And I really hope you take really great care of yourself. And you can give this video a thumbs up. You could you could share this video with a family member, a friend, your cat, your dog, your frog. You got a frog, you know, as a pet, ribbit, you know. So anyway, also you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Whoopsie, Starlight moved her little dinger bell. I can ring the notification bell. You can push the button. You can leave a message down below, bing, bing, bing. You can also follow me on Instagram, and that's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Digman Starlight. Anyway, I do love you, and you have a wonderful day. Make sure you're getting out in nature. Make sure you know, like get out with the birds, leaves, bees, trees, and don't forget the butterflies. And besides that, make sure you get plenty of water. And this is Starlight, love and light.